Hey guys, am I audible? Am I audible, guys? Piyush.
Yes, audible. Haran.
Okay, yes. Actually, my system was restarting. I could see only 4 members. Other than that, on man. Okay. Hi, Priyanka. Okay.
Hello.
How are you guys? Okay, guys. Can we start? I couldn't see any other members are joining. So I think that session is not that much impressive, guys. Priyanka, I see 4 payments happened.
Yeah, I have joined first time. This is my first time, so
Okay,
means old
Priyanka.
video. Yeah,
Okay, fine.
already I
I'm sharing my screen.
okay. Yeah,
Okay.
Haran, I think
So,
what I think it's due to weekend or evening time maybe. So it's not
okay,
about your teaching. I
okay,
believe so.
okay, fine, guys. So, on today, I think today is last pre-session for us. Okay, and so now I want to explain. So, whenever you underlay, whenever you understand some concept, okay, just don't go blindly like so. You want to do this stuff, that stuff. What is that stuff? Don't try to understand in that way, guys. So this is on personal suggestion. Okay. So what I want to do is like, so suppose you're understanding one ETL session. So on last sessions, we discussed about some ETL basics and the contents, right, guys? Piyush, Sai, you remember, guys, the last week content? From tomorrow onwards, we will have 2-hour session. Okay, guys,
Yes,
be interactive, guys. Always, I like, even though the count doesn't matter, just try to make it like a discussion, not a monologue or something. So I'm not interested to talk. I'm alone. So just you
yes,
can
Haran. Yes.
participate in that. Okay. So now what do you want to do now? So you want to understand some concept. Okay. what we are going to see. So it is ETL. Okay. Now just bring some. Anyone having any idea about SCD? Priyanka, Girish, Tanvisha. Yes, everyone can be
Yeah,
on.
it's a slowly changing dimension. So the
Mhm.
data, the history of the data will be stored in the time tables
Okay. Okay. So in which area? Where are we going to ingest that SCD?
in
Okay.
dimension tables.
Okay, in dimension tables. So what is the purpose of doing that? Why I
I'm
want to maintain history? By maintaining history, what I'm going to do, right?
sorry.
You have to refine a question like, by maintaining the history, what I am going to do. I'm using SCD, okay? Using SCD to maintain history in dimension tables. So, okay, why am I maintaining my history? Yes, I see you're unmuted. Guys, just try, guys. Just try. That's not an issue. By maintaining
To
history.
to backtrack to the source table, like what was the source data before
Okay.
transformation?
Okay. Before transformation, I'm traversing back. So what is the industrial application? Okay. Suppose, let's say I'm developing one application, WhatsApp. Through the you're going to chat. Likewise, by doing the history. Okay. By maintaining the history. Okay. What are you going to do? That's $1 billion question, no? Here. So just go blindly with some questions. That's an important view to understand any concepts. Don't go blindly on some documents, just like videos. Even though if it is anything, if you are understanding one concept, just be in the depth. Like, okay, why I am doing that? Since I think Tanvisha told right, for maintaining history, you are using SCD. Okay, by maintaining history, what I'm going to do?
So basically, like data changes over that time, right?
It changes over the
We,
time.
yeah.
By
So
tracking that changes, by I'm
to
going
do
to hold the
analytics on that.
changes.
Yeah.
Exactly, Chris. That's what that was the answer I was looking. Okay, so it's analytics. Now we can come again with the question: what is analytics? Be open, guys. Even though
Historical
the answer is too silly, don't worry. Okay, to make a correct understanding only, you are joining this class, and I'm tutoring you. Okay, just think me like a friend and just share your thoughts. That's enough. So
historical
what is
data.
historical data? Okay, data analytics in the sense you're telling segregation of a data. What is the data analytics? Avadesh, do you want to try, guys? Buddy?
Sorry, can you please repeat?
So what do you mean by data analytics first?
So the data analytics, in my understanding, is we visualize the data and
Mm-hmm.
do the
Mm-hmm.
analytics around it to make some decisions and predictions for future.
Bingo. That was a great answer, Avadesh. So suppose you are making on business decision. Okay. Suppose a bank. Okay. They are introducing some new policy. Okay. Some new policy, which policy is like they are some investment policy. Okay. And I want many the statistics. Suppose, am I earning the revenue from that policy or I'm getting loss? I have to calculate it, right? If I want to do some enhancements, in which area lacks to provide the revenue. In that case, what happens? So for past a period of time, past 6 months or 7 months, day wise day. okay, on which month it got high spike, which month it got low spike. Likewise, so it has to come. You have to bring in that way. Okay, so suppose, for example, let's take a simple example. Okay, suppose in cricket, whoever likes cricket, guys, Piyush, Tanvisha, Sai, Avadesh, Priyanka,
Yes.
Girish, just raise your
Yes.
hand, guys. So who like cricket and who have some idea about cricket, guys? Yeah, I could see only two hands raised. So others are not interested in cricket. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's take an example of cricket. Okay. Just be on unmute, guys, and just participate in the discussion. Okay. Now let's take one player. Okay. They were selected to Indian team. How they will be selected to Indian team? On what basis they are selected to Indian team?
Performance.
Yeah, correct example. So performance. So performance in the sense, last how many years of performance? If they are selected for a test cricket, okay, so they will be tracked over last 2 years and with different venues. Okay, if a batsman is scoring more runs in batting pitch alone, okay, suppose all the pitches are batting pitch, he is scoring constantly, then what they will do, they will calculate a percentage in how many batting pitch he scored more runs, how many bowling pitch he scored more runs, against fast bowling how many runs he took, against spin bowling how many runs he took, right guys. So they will segregate the data in this way. Okay, so for that, what through what, if suppose there is a BCCI chairman, okay, he or Ajit Agarkar, I think he is the chairman or BCCI leader, right? Now he's selecting a player. Suppose on these and all the records, will he go to the database and query it, or he will open ClickBus app and day by day match he will track and see? Will it be in this form? So he must need a report. Okay, how many players are playing in Ranji? How many players are playing in Syed Mustaq Ali Trophy? In different trophies, different tournaments, how many players are playing? Okay, and what is their status against it? Either they are scoring in a batting pitch or bowling pitch. So Hubby is making a partnership with other players. So all the factors, okay, all the data will be stored in a database. And will that match stop with that data alone? For example, till 2025, some player played. Okay, on Jan 2026, he may have some information. Okay, he may play a match. Then his statistics must be updated. Correct, guys? Guys, am I in the right page? Everyone getting what I'm telling?
Yes.
Okay, so to maintain that statistics, okay, suppose I'm having some source record, source data, source server for holding that cricket related information. Okay, that information, what happens? No, they will bring into the target systems. While bringing the target systems, they are not only doing one-time load. Okay, the match happens on day wise. Each day the match will happen. So they will update each day statistics of the match or particular player. So after that, okay, after that, some BCCI chairman or the selector, chief selector, will filter them. Okay, who is having highest average in past season tournament, last season tournament. So they will get a list. Okay, again they will filter based on who is having highest average against spin bowling. Suppose I need a player who is playing for the fourth position for 2 down. I want to select. Okay, so how I can choose? My requirement is like, okay, he must be a player who is playing best in spin. Okay, and he must be a player who is like, if wicket falls early, he has to play good on the pace bowling, and in mid between 20 to 40 overs, he must play spin very well. So this is my requirement. Okay, who is having highest average against spin and fast both? Okay, and how many runs he scored constantly? Okay, the consistency they will look. By looking these and all the factors, they will choose the player or not. Likewise, if I'm running some business based on that report, so I have my own requirement. Using that requirement, I will design a report. I'm fetching that report and I will see that. I will analyze it. After analyzing that report, okay, anyhow, I will come up with my own ideas to improve my business. Correct, guys? Guys, everyone getting end-to-end flow, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the exact thing you're going to do. Okay, so as a business owner, I'm taking my own decision based on the reports. So how the report is generated? Okay, if I'm clicking my report, I must get the result in 10 or 20 seconds, right, guys? If it is taking more than an hour, will it be efficient? So for each report, dynamically, okay, suppose one player, I'm taking the statistics and discussing about him. At the time, some board member is suggesting some other player. So at dynamically, I want to get his statistics to make a comparison. So if it is running more than an hour, how my meeting will go? Is it right, Piyush?
Yes, right.
Okay. So while you are going to the report wise, you have to efficiently access without performance lags. That's my first vision. Okay, to ensure these and all, and I must get consistent and proper data. That is my second requirement. To ensure all these requirements, I'm doing my ETL. Clear, guys? Now everyone is having clarity about ETL, right? Why I'm doing,
Yes.
why ETL is necessary. So now, okay, so how the flow. So suppose I have a players across different states, correct? We have around 31 states in India, right? When in India, 31 states, so each state can have some thousands of players, right? So each state cricket board can hold their data in different database. Am I correct, guys? Yes.
Yes, correct.
Please be on unmute and always in a discussion mode. So my entire session is going to be the discussion of you guys. So I want to make, if you are participating, I want to ensure that you must be either 80 to 90%. Okay, you're proficient after completing this course, whatever the topics we are completing. Okay, guys. So if you're just interacting, then only I can finalize. Like, okay, I can understand. Okay, you understood or not? Do you have any question or not? These and all. So now, okay, where my ETL starts? That's my next question, right? So we have discussed need of ETL and why ETL happens. So where my ETL starts? So I have the same cricket board action. Okay, cricket board example. Okay, in the cricket board example. So I have a report. So okay, my BCCI chairman or BCCI chief person are ready to involve. They want to provide. They are providing their requirement for choosing the players. So they are providing a list of requirements like player statistics. That is one report. Okay. Next one, average against spin bowling. This is batsman wise. Like bowler wise, they will have some options. Keeper wise, they will have some options. Fielding wise, they will have some options, right? And I want to rank them based on their batting, bowling, fielding, okay, everything. Based on it, I want to select an all-rounder. In this way, they will have some reporting requirement. Now, just come in the database, which is having in my source. So source may be for each state, they can have different database. First, before introducing the ETL, okay, I want to bring every data. So my ETL will start from the source itself. I want to copy all the data from source to my ETL tool or data warehouse, right guys? Data warehouse is nothing but a huge version of database where we are holding all the data and manipulating it to provide it to the end report. End report is my ultimate goal, okay? So can someone please provide some example for end report, which is nothing but a BI business intelligence report? Can someone provide some example for the report?
Power BI,
Exactly, Power BI. And some more
ClickSense,
examples, guys.
ClickView,
Yeah,
Tableau.
ClickView, Tableau, right? So these and all some reports. So if I want to provide that report now, just take a scenario. Okay, I'm searching from a table which is having 500 million records. 500 million records the table is having. From that table directly I'm indexing to the report. Okay. Indexing to report. Okay. Now on 500 million records, whenever I'm using a keyword distinct or many conditions, okay, where condition we have no, everyone aware no, whenever I'm involving more number of conditions while indexing the data to report, so the performance will lag, so it won't fetch the proper record. So whenever the records will be stored in at end stage after your ETL, that must be more concise, which must involve an indexed condition. Indexed condition is nothing but with a simple condition, it must fetch the record. It must not a complex condition like ID equal to 1 and version equal to 7 and effective start date on ranking partition by these kind of condition. If you involve more condition at your end table, then the performance will hit. So that is your main thing. Then, okay, now you want to backtrack from this report player statistics. I want a report in Power BI. Okay, in Power BI, I want player statistics. I'm going back. Okay, from the source, I want to refine how it will be there in source. So if you see SSMS, which is maintained at Uttar Pradesh, okay, from the state UP, Uttar Pradesh, you are maintaining SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio, at your before that, guys, everyone understood, right? What is the course content? What I'm going to cover? Anyone having any question on the course content? Just I want answer from all guys. Piyush, Tanvisha, Sai, Avadesh. Everyone, please confirm. Anyone having the question on course content?
Yeah.
The overall course content. I'm asking for
No.
35 hours total course content.
Karan, one just small query. So I think we are here. Data warehouse testing is not covering, right? So it is broader in scope.
Sorry, which one?
Data warehouse testing we are not covering, right?
We are covering ETL testing. We are covering 100% on ETL testing. Okay, so which will include data warehouse testing also. Okay. Okay, Piyush. So again, I'm telling my overall course content. So overall ETL testing from top to bottom integration. Okay, from where at what point ETL starts till my reporting. I'm going to cover everything. Okay, from layer on to reporting layer. I'm going to choose Power BI for explaining you guys as a reporting portal. And my source data, I will bring up with some database source. From that, I'm going to design one ETL flow. The ETL tool I'm going to teach you is SSIS. Okay, SQL Server Integration Services. Using that package, I'm going to implement an ETL project. I'm going to teach that. Okay, so you will have data engineering concepts understanding also. After that, okay, you're moving the data and you are doing a testing. For the testing, what you required? SQL language. Definitely, I will teach 100% SQL language. So after the class is over with SQL, you can able to clear some certification on SQL. Okay, guys, I'm giving surety on that. So on each class, if you're not missing anything, and on each day before starting the session, I will have one question from tomorrow. Before starting the session, I will bring up with someone interview question. Okay, the scenario based, some complex questions, and I will make it break down and I will make you to understand. After that, after you understood SQL, then what testing we are going to do on the data we ingested using SSIS, the data, how we will test the data, how we will frame the query. I will tell everything. So now it is manual. Anybody, anyone doing manual? No, they has to automate, right? Priyanka. So do you know the
Yeah.
course
So
content?
yeah, I want to confirm here means we will learn here the automation testing also, right?
Yes, automation with PyTest, Python basics. Python's basics I will teach you. Automation with
Okay.
PyTest. Definitely I will cover that. Because
Okay.
whenever you are knowing only manual, you in market, you don't have that much importance, right?
Right.
Okay. So I will definitely teach the automation. That will around 4 to 5 class. Okay. Because in SQL, while you are doing ETL automation, that's completely different for comparing to AI automation. AI automation, you don't need to do anything. But in ETL automation, definitely you would have frame SQL query because the requirement will keep on changing. No, so only possibility in your ETL automation is regression testing automation. How to do automating regression test scripts? Okay, I'll teach you that. The next one.
Okay.
Now automation covered in entire flow.
Are we?
Yeah, Piyush.
Sorry. In SQL classes, are we also covering some basic database testing concept also like schema validation, trigger?
Not basic data validation. It will be in-depth data validation. I will
No, I
teach you
was
all
saying
the concepts of SQL.
database.
Okay, database. Database in the sense, which one you are telling? Can you please provide some example?
No, means database testing queries like schema validation, CRUD operations, functional, that.
So if you want to understand, I can come up with that too. But as part of ETL testing, you will need DQL language, data querying language, DDL language, DML language. Okay, data manipulation, data definition, data querying language. These three areas we have to use. DQL language is nothing but admin kind of work. The CRUD operations. Okay, and
Yeah,
I will teach that too as part of CRUD, the atomicity, consistency, these things. I will try to explain it to you. If you want to test it, then we can make one scenario and we can test it. Okay, Piyush? And the contents, not only a static one. I'm telling you that. So these areas definitely I will cover. So in addition, if something you want to understand as part of this validations. Okay, as Piyush asked, no, they want to understand correct operations. So I will design one class. That's not a big deal. Okay, Piyush? And now you're done
yes,
with automation.
no problem.
Sorry. Yeah. So you're done with automation. And the next step, BI, which is involved, no. As part of ETL testing, there won't be BI testing, but BI testing is a separate part. I will teach you that too. How to generate one report in Power BI or any reporting portal. So in future, if you want to migrate to some role in BI, definitely you will have the basics for that. So you know where I want to go, where I can do some changes. So everything I can do. After that, everything will happen on non-cloud basis. Okay, guys. In non-cloud environment, these things will happen. And I'm going to design a 6-hour class for cloud environment alone. Okay, Sai? Tanisha, please confirm, guys. Avadesh, Priyanka, Girish, are you online? Because
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
Priyanka, I'm getting answer. Okay.
So cloud in
So
the sense, are we going
Azure,
to use Databricks?
Azure Cloud,
Oh,
Azure Cloud
oh,
with Databricks, Data Factory. data lake. These three components I'm going to cover in Azure. Okay, is it Girish? Yeah, it's Girish. So these three
Yeah.
areas I cover. So mostly
But
just
also, just a question, like you were talking about the dashboard, right? Are we going to cover the dashboard testing also here through automation?
dashboard testing. If you want to cover it through automation, then you have to do the Selenium or you have to do Playwright for UI perspectives. But I'm
No, no,
covering
not with
automation.
respect to UI.
Okay.
Just for data validation in the
Data
dashboard.
validation definitely we will cover. Definitely
Yeah,
we
through
will cover.
automation.
Yes. So we can design our framework in the way we can include our Power BI report. Okay. I'm going to use Power BI report. So I'm again telling guys. So this is the end-to-end flow. Whenever, whatever the contents you want, I will cover in end-to-end perspective. Not like simple one layer to another, this layer to that one. I'm not going to go over the contents. I strongly believe that whatever you want to understand, that must come from an Excel sheet. I'm going to type like this. Okay. This is my previous class content. So I'm going to type like this and I will share it with you. We will make a discussion. That's what happened. So I'll expect the answers will come from your tongue only, and I will suggest you, okay, in this area you will have this issue. So how can you implement it? And I will teach you that too. Okay. Clear, guys? So in cloud,
just a question.
yeah, Girish.
Sorry, just a question. Like you told, we will be doing through automation all this that we are using Python. So what if I don't know any basics of Python then?
Python basics I will teach you. Whatever necessary for doing
So only the
automation.
basic.
Yeah,
Okay.
only the basics. See, Python is like a C. If I want to cover
Yeah.
entire Python, that alone will I can cover in 100 hours. Okay. Because those many areas we have, we can create AI pipelines. Okay. Okay. Suppose I want to do some chatbot, entirely I can create through Python. I want to create some UPI or AI or some API. Everything I can do with my Python. We have different frameworks. Okay, different functions. So here our need will be automating ETL, right? Right, Sai? Sai or Girish, who raised that question?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what you need
Myself, Girish,
for
yeah.
doing automating your ETL testing or ETL scripts. But that definitely I will support you.
So
I'll teach you.
once I complete this course, will I be able to achieve ETL automation in every project or any real time projects?
See, the first thing before I'm giving confirmation for that, my first thing will be you have to come across all the class. That is my first thing. Suppose you are skipping the classes.
Okay.
Then it is bit difficult to understand the concepts, what I'm going to do, what I'm doing it. You can think like, okay, I'm simply attending automation class also. But while automating the class, the concept behind it, so you have to make the system understanding well. So if you're not skipping any classes and you are interactive more to understand, see, I don't tell, okay, this is only, even though if it is 2 hours, after 2 hours also, if you are asking some questions, I can extend my time. I can explain you. So that's your with own interest. Definitely, if you are interested to enough to, or you're interested to learn it, you can do automation in your project also. Okay. So the project structure may vary in each project. So at that time, after you're completing the class, so if you're stuck with anywhere while you're automating to your project, at that time, just contact me. I will give you some suggestions. And nowadays, you got ChatGPT, AI bots. Using that, you can still learn more automation work. Right, Girish?
Yeah. One more, just a last note. Like, what if I'm currently whichever project I'm working, there already automation implemented. So how this course will help me?
Uh, that is with your understanding, Girish. Okay. So now just say in my project I'm telling. Okay, I know Python. So I in my project they had a Java based automation script already created. How they will create? They will place SQL queries inside an Excel sheet. Okay, and while running that, it was too much time consuming. It is connecting to the Oracle Todd for developer. Okay, Oracle Todd SQL DB, and it will run that query in the database. Okay, and it is extracting the results, and it is generated in Excel sheet, the report. While doing that, there is no clarity like whether that script is passed or not. So the condition they can't able to define clearly, because so whenever you are having source and target 0 records, I'm getting success. That is one flaw. Next one. Okay. So while you are placing SQL query or source or target queries in your Excel sheet, I can't able to place everything in a single cell. At that time, what happened? No, again I went to manual. So that was time wasting. So simply what I did, no, I was not used any changes to the previous framework. Instead of it, I created some framework from my side. Okay, whatever queries I'm using while I'm doing SQL functional testing. Since the automation for my project work only on regression suite, regression area only, I used automation. So I simply took the query. I'm doing functional testing now. I've created share folder. I created put in a separate folder. Okay, and I passed that folder area to my Python code. Okay, so to that Python code, I provided that area. After running the run button, okay, after running the query in command prompt, after running a run Python script, so it is taking the query from the Word document. It is running in the sheet. Okay, whatever the result it came from my uh, query interface, I did write a query to analyze that result. So if I'm getting the results as 0000, then that will be passed, or 0000 that will be failed. Based on my project requirement, I changed it. Okay. Initially, they thought, okay, that Java based automation was a big one. There is no flaw. Everyone was using, but I had a deep understanding on that. So I found these many flaws. I spent around 1 to 2 days. I designed my own framework. Now everyone is using this. Clear, Girish? So this
Yeah.
is the experience I had. So based on it, so you can review your automation. So what and all the area you are not able to cover. So if already automation is there
And
in your
also,
project,
like, uh, yeah. So,
this is
like, just another question. Like in automation, are we just doing automation for metadata validation, or old data are we going to do in this
entire
course?
data validation, metadata
Entire
validation,
data.
null data
Okay.
validation, okay, and duplicate validation. What and all the requirement we have, everything we are automating. Okay.
Even for huge records, if there is a
If
billions
it is
of record
having
also,
million, so
that.
in my project, I have around 2 GBs of data. Okay, because I will receive in a file format. That file is having 2.5 GB. That data we are loading into a table and using it. Okay. So on that
Okay.
validation also, I'm using my own framework I've designed. So I'll teach you that framework. See, I'm teaching you the concept, Girish. By using that, you can
Okay.
apply even through all the classes. You can make some understanding by applying that understanding on your automation. So you can design your own framework or
Framework.
own requirement. That's upon to you know. If suppose I tell like so, whatever you learn from my side, simply you're doing a copy paste. Then there is no need of trainer, right? Right,
Correct. Yeah.
Krish? So if I'm your
Yeah.
trainer,
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to
Exactly.
make you to think to design your own framework. So definitely in that way, I will teach you.
Okay. Even with the zero knowledge on Python, also I can become like completely after completing this course, I will be
See, if you want the
doing all this
query,
automation.
I will provide you the query. Okay. Just okay. You doesn't know the syntax. You are telling you don't know Python. You don't know syntax, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I will tell you, okay, if you want to automate an SQL query execution, I'm telling you what you want to do. From Python, you have to open on driver. Okay. What is the purpose of the driver? Using the driver, you have to make a connection with SQL database. Okay. So I will explain you this way. Okay. I have SQL table called customer. Customer table SQL validation. You want to automate it. Now I'm creating on Python framework. While automating it, what and all the components I need. So first component is driver. Okay. What is the purpose of the driver? Anybody knows, guys? Anybody know this? Anvisha, Piyush, even Grish, you can try your own words. There's nothing wrong. What is driver? You can provide driver is a car driver. Just you can provide that answer also. Then I can make you understanding with the same thing.
Driver is nothing but some kind of, system software that interacts the application software with, browser or OS
Just
level.
go. I doesn't need any technical. I don't need. Yeah, Piyush. I don't need any technical explanations. Simply go with your local language. A driver. What is a driver? A screwdriver,
Like,
car
So
driver.
like to communicate.
driver is a yeah, connecting bridge between,
Yeah.
two interfaces.
Okay. Let's say a car driver. What is he doing? He's driving a car from one location to another location. He's accessing another location, right? Priyanka, Tanvisha.
Yeah.
So he's accessing one location. Through how he's accessing? Through car, he's accessing, right? Or through two-wheeler, he's accessing. Guys?
Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Okay. While accessing it, okay, a driver, likewise. So he just try to map it with your project perspective. So a driver is a component, okay, he's accessing a different location. He's accessing a different app, okay, different application to do some activity. Correct? Now you understood, no? What is driver? In Python framework, what is driver? It is a component which is tried to connect with a different component to make some operation, right? To make some work, right? So please unmute and talk in general language also. I don't take anything wrongly. Okay, guys. Okay, fine. Still, I'm not getting answers. So driver is one component. So next one, after driver, you have to create a driver in Python. Okay, Girish. So this is a component. After creating a driver, you have to provide a connection details. What is connection details? It's just like a location, a car driver going to the location, the target location, which software he's going to connect. That is the target location. So next one, okay. So what operation he has to do? So these and all the components. So now I have to create a driver, provide a connection details, then establish a connection. Okay, he has to drive there. Then the task provided, he has to do it. So these are the four basic components. Now, just you can try to search internet. Okay, how can I create a driver for a Python framework for doing automating on SQL query in SQL Server Management Studio? So you can find the connection for that. So what must be the connection details? How I has to provide my connection details? You can search, you can get it. The target location, how can I set it? So in this way, what is the mandatory components? You have to understand that first. After understanding it, so my class, it's going to be like that. Instead of teaching you the query, okay, this is a query I am automated, guys. So this query, this, I don't tell that and all. So why I am using this component? Suppose I am using one line of query. What is the use of doing that? Why I am placing the query in over there, right? So the practical thing. So I'm going to explain in that way. So now what you can do now, suppose you want to do some automation with different language even. Okay, the way must be the same. I have to create a driver. How can I create a driver through Java? You can get in internet. Simply you can place a query. Correct, Girish? You getting Girish now?
Yeah.
So in this
Yes.
way, if you understand each components, each breakdowns in anything, then mastering in any concepts is not a big deal. Okay. So this is how the automation I'm going to teach. Now, where we left, guys? Okay. So a reporting portal. Now, if you see a report, a particular requirement will be given. Okay. Based on that report, your end layer data must be there. From this source, my requirement will be like I want a person. Okay. So the reports requirement will be player statistics. Okay. From the 500 million records, how I'm going to move the data to my data warehouse. After that, how I'm going to clean up the data, and how I'm going to introduce SCD, what is the need of using SCD, and how I'm going to do a normalizing of a table. These and all we will discuss in ETL area. Okay. After understood everything, I'm going to teach you SQL query. So if you are attending all 12 to 14 SQL classes, definitely I'm telling you, like you can answer some complex SQL queries also. I'm not teaching you the theory or like from a notepad I'm going to teach nothing. So I will open one SSMS engine. So this is your querying engine. So I'll show you my previous class queries. Okay. We will try basically. Okay. So how this combination work out? The second combination, how does this work out? Okay. If you want to see some stored procedure, simply I will jump to the stored procedure and I'll show you the stored procedure. So what it is doing. So what does X event profiler does. Likewise, so I believe that the flow how it goes, I will take it to there. The only thing you want to get full understanding. So from here, my first layer, from this first layer, you can see this is my previous class document only. I'll tell you openly. So from here, okay. So I'm doing cleanup and doing the data. See, cleanup and normalization here. From first source to make a replica here. Copy replication to the data warehouse. Then I'm doing cleanup and normalizations. Okay, SCD and transformations in next view. Then based on the reporting requirement, okay, based on my reporting requirement, I will design some table. I'll group the data and I will place it in my materials tables and views. Okay, guys, and I'm going to extract it to my Power BI report. Using Power BI report or reports, I told what we are going to do. So you will be get end flow. Now, where I'm going to use my SSMS while moving one layer to another layer, I want to ensure the data is loaded properly as per the requirement provided. So I will bring up with one requirement whether the data is moved or not. I have to do the validation. So for validation, definitely I don't tell or I don't show the result. I'm going to open SQL Server. Okay, I'm going to explain your source records and target data. Then I will frame the query to run it and validate it. So this is a validation result. If your validation results come like this, you have to pass your test case. If it is coming other than this, it must be failed. Okay, cleanup and normalization, how to validate it. These and all, as he told, it is part of CRUD operations. So CRUD operations, we can validate it. So the transformations, we can validate it. Then reporting also, we do validation. Then we will try to do automation. Okay, what and all validation we did, we are going to design our automation. After doing automation, so as a flow with non-cloud environment, you're done. Now, but the future is with cloud environment. So in the cloud environment, we will do the same again, but a minimized version, since everything you did know. So so you know the query. We can take some query and try to run, and how to do validation in our Azure cloud portal. That's it with the coverage, guys. Any question with the coverage? Or you want some other customization with this? Very relevant to these topics, some customization can be done, but a completely new topics can't be introduced. Okay, guys.
How the migration testing will be performed, those all
Migration
can
will
be
be a
covered.
simple thing, Tanvisha. So migration is nothing but they are moving data from
I mean,
only one
the
source to another.
SSMS to cloud migration, it's the
Okay.
DB. Yeah.
Yeah. That will
One
be
source
done
to another.
as part of our testing only. We will try to connect our SQL database to my Azure portal. That will we will cover. That one we will cover. That is a connection, not a migration. Migration in the sense, suppose you have one report already there in Power BI reporting portal. Okay, all ETL flow done. I want to change. Okay, environment. Now I want to move everything to my cloud environment. This is called migration. You have system already designed. Now we are designing a new system. We will understand how to design a new system. That's the requirement here. Okay, guys. And if you want to validate migration, that's pretty much easy. You don't need to worry about those things. Any question, guys? Just I want confirmation.
Okay, and may I know about the fee structure and all
I think
details? Like
it
I
is
haven't
now
heard about the fee structure or
6,900.
anything.
It is 6,900, Tanvisha. I think you
Okay.
have seen in the so this is the course content. Everyone saw, no? So the instructor under instructor Haran will have lectures 35 hours I gave. Okay, and assessments. Definitely there will be each day some real-time interview questions. Since I'm doing interview for my company for past 7 years, so I'll bring up with some scenario-based interview questions. Those questions definitely you can't find it in internet. Okay, for example, I'll show you some question which we discussed as part of some previous class. Okay, I'm taking day-wise batch also. I'm taking that question. Okay, this is my last question we were discussed in my previous batch. So the scenario I'm giving, you are implementing SCD type 2 for a customer dimension table. A business requirement now requires a way to efficient track and analyze the rate of change for key attributes. The dimension table has 500 million records. Requirement will be describe a modification to your existing ETL process and dimension table structure necessary to capture this change rate metadata without causing performance degradation. This is a question, guys. Okay. So we discussed around 20 minutes at the starting of the class itself. After that only we went to the class. We extended 10-15 minutes after the discussion. Clear, no?
Haran,
Yeah.
so right now you showed SCD. So I just want to understand, like, SCD fits in which layer? Layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. Where does it fit?
Even you can make that's based on the requirement. So currently, if I want to tell, so in this layer, I'm simply doing a replication. Okay, the replication, some simple replication, and in layer 1 to layer 2, I'm involving as per my design. I'm telling in each project it can change, but as per my design, I'm doing cleanup to normalization from layer 2 to layer 3. I'm doing transformation, so I'm trying to do the SCDs here only. Otherwise, what I can do now, one more system design. So if I want to maintain history data from layer 1 itself, I can introduce my SCD here itself. Okay. but mostly your SCD will act with all the layers. Okay, if you are holding your history records, the same history records must be there in all your tables, downstream tables. Okay, Piyush, are you getting?
But the source, yeah, but the source table structure would remain same, right?
Yeah, it will remain same. Only your target table structure will change. That's what ETL no. If you are changing
Hmm.
you don't have access to alter your, and you can see here. This is the link. I think I've shared it on last week only. Actual class will start from tomorrow, guys. So tomorrow it will be a 2-hour session. Okay.
And
7 to 9.
will the fee can be paid
Karan,
in installments or is a
I'm not sure.
one-time payment?
Actually, I'm not the right
Oh,
person to answer it. Just you can contact the institute for
okay.
that. Okay. I'm a trainer.
Okay. I just got the link through LinkedIn and they have me added in the WhatsApp group. So I haven't connected with the people.
Just you can talk.
Haran, in this course we are covering data quality also, right? Data quality validation.
Okay, no. So any question with the content or how the flow is going to be?
Hello, hello.
Yeah, yeah.
We
Yeah,
are
Piyush.
covering data quality validation or data quality testing also now, because in many ETL JD's job descriptions I
Yes,
have seen that data
definitely we will
quality.
cover. That is part of ETL only. So I'm covering data quality, tech controls, okay, error handling, these and all.
Okay,
I'm going
yeah,
to cover definitely.
Karan, yeah. The contents actually, they perfectly aligned with most of the JDs actually. There is
Your
not
voice
much.
is not clear. It is feeble, Piyush. Can you please talk a bit louder?
Is it is it is it better?
Yeah, it's better now.
No, I said like these course contents are already, I mean, perfectly aligned with whatever current requirements for the ETL jobs. Like most of the topics are already covered here, part of the syllabus, like cloud, Python automation.
Yeah. Since I'm a recruiter, okay, I'm a recruiter for my company, Piyush. So I know what we are expecting. So that's what I'm going to, on those topics only, I'm trying to train. If I'm simply giving ETL testing alone, I can go till 30 classes. I can extend the way how I can tell. But if I'm telling in a simple way and which will be very much understandable for you, I can make ETL SQL, these two with 30 classes, but I don't want to do that. If I'm your trainer and training you, then it must be a complete one. That's why I'm trying to cover all the requirements. Okay. At least instead of telling, I don't have any idea in Power BI, I don't have idea about the cloud, you can have some conversation. No, that will be added advantage for you, right? So even though you're scored 100 marks in 4 subjects, if you are scoring 20 marks in one subject, you are failed, right? But if you are scoring 70 marks in all the subjects, you're a consistent student, correct? Piyush?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's why
yes,
I'm
agree.
trying to cover all the requirements. So at least I'm giving the training in the view of interview. Okay. So if I'm taking a candidate, so what and all I will expect. So those things I'm providing you. Any more questions, guys? So till today, this is overview only, guys. From tomorrow, the actual class, I will explain the term wise starts. Okay, now there is any question, we can go ahead. Otherwise, we can drop off, guys. I'm done with today's explanation. We are done with today's discussion. That was a perfect term.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Arun.
Thank you,
Thank you, everyone.
thank you, guys.